Hey, Butch Hartman here on Speech Bubble with James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Sprig Spivak from Crash Nebula. It should have been a series.
It should have been, yeah. Wait a second, what's going on? I crashed the Nebula. That's probably why it isn't.
I'll greenlight it. Roll the theme music.
Yeah, yeah. Big James over here.
Big James. Oh, yeah, somebody has to.
Big JAT. This guy has the career of a storied career in voiceover. Now, I just
Should we run down some voices that he's done?
Well, let's walk the audience through a couple, but let's go back to where we met. Number one.
Sure, we met a long time ago. Let me tell you a story, children.
Yes.
There was a young man named Butch Hartman.
Yeah, what a stupid name that was.
He created a show.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
There was a spin-off that needed to happen that didn't happen. Yeah. But for this show, Fairly Odd...
Something.
Yeah,
something, Fairly Odd something.
Sprig Spivak.
That was you.
Yes, or Crash Nebula.
Yes, indeed.
I crashed the Nebula.
Yes, you did.
Jiminy Christmas, I crashed the Nebula.
And you
Doc, well, wait a second. Oh, this is...
Are we doing Michael J. Fox? I can't even come close to Michael J. Fox. I can't.
Great Scott, Marty. Weight has nothing to do with it.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anybody.
The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact. Then where the heck are they? The appropriate question is, when the heck are they? You see...
He just cleaned it up.
I just sent them back to the future. Yeah, it's...
1 minute into the future to be exact.
And at precisely 1:22 a.m. and 0 seconds, we will connect with Einstein and the time machine.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I actually...
Get Huey Lewis in here.
In my stage show, I would do where that would be on the screen, and I would do it to picture. And
very cool.
Back and forth to both.
A lot of people in this, a lot of audience in this stage show?
A couple of times. A lot of voices in that stage.
I remember when Back to the Future first came out in 1985.
Yes.
I got a button, I still have it. It says, I'm going back to the future.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this movie about? It turned to be one of the greatest movie-going experiences of my life back in the day. Before Netflix, before the internet. You had to go back to the theaters to see movies.
So great.
Which built the anticipation. But it was so funny, so well done, so well written. And, of course, Michael J. Fox became a huge star of that.
Did he?
That's what I hear. Yeah, that's what I hear. That was the word on the street is.
Yeah.
Hey, but I was going to say. So did you do any? Have you ever done a Michael J. Fox impression and on a TV show and gotten paid?
Oh, actually, my career started doubling Michael. I doubled him for things like Stuart Little and Atlantis: Lost Empire. And cool. So I'd been his double for many things. In fact, they did the Back to the Future video game, and I played young Doc Brown. I did not play Marty because AJ Locascio, who is this, I don't know if you've met AJ.
No.
He's brilliant. He sounds more like Michael J. Fox than Michael J. Fox does.
That's
so
weird.
I couldn't compete
you sound
with
a lot like it.
I do. I'm pretty darn good. But they brought me in and had me do a cameo as older Marty. And then they got Michael to come in and do it, and I got bumped. But I still play young Doc Brown in it.
Very cool.
And so Christopher Lloyd played old Doc, and I played young Doc. And it was like, how do you take Dr. Emmett Brown and turn him into a 17-year-old? That was
how did you? Can we
so it was kind of. I took a little Marty McFly in there, and I took a little Doc Brown, and I brought it down to here, and it was Great Scott, Marty. And so he was just younger and just more like in there.
Okay, I'm stepping aside now. You can be the new host of Speech Bubble.
Okay.
You get paid nothing, by the way.
Oh, good.
And you pay for all the microphones.
That's it.
Go back to Crash Nebula. That's where we met because there was a character on. Fairly Odd Parents. It was just a little cameo. We had this guy. It was Timmy Turner's favorite TV show.
Yeah, Crash
Big
Nebula.
superhero space guy. I was going to make a show. I pitched Nickelodeon a show. Hey, why don't we spin this guy off into his own show? And I, of course, wanted to make him the big superhero space guy.
Yeah.
And he was going to drive a flying school bus through space.
Right.
And the show was going to be he has all these alien kids and they never make it to school. Like there's always a problem. Like they get lost and he's lost with these kids and he's always trying to get to school. It was Crash Nebula, outer space school bus driver.
I did not know
But
that.
Nickelodeon, of course, goes, can we make him a kid? Because all of our shows star kids. And I went, that's stupid. But I went, hey, no, kid. So we turned him into a kid. It was, how does he become Crash Nebula? And that's where you come in.
That's where I come in. Yeah. And you wanted a Michael J. Fox type.
Yes.
And so I auditioned for that. And wait a second. Well, you mean to tell me the school bus is a DeLorean? It's a weird line for you to write in there. But Queen Latifah was in there.
Yep. Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes, and I
he
got to work with him that day, and what a sweet, wonderful, dear man.
Yeah, wonderful, great guy. And,
God bless him.
He played one of the bad alien guys.
Yeah, he did.
It's like the most popular show that never got made, right?
Exactly.
Everybody talks about it.
So we made this pilot.
Yeah.
I loved it. Everybody who saw it loved it, but the problem is Nickelodeon didn't love it. And I have a feeling. Here's what I think happened. I was told this many years later.
Okay.
Because at that time I had Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom. If they'd given me another series, it would have been like, hey, Butch, here's the whole network. We can't have you take over the entire network.
We can't do it. Yeah.
And I have a feeling a little bit of politics may have played into it. Who knows? You like to think those things, but still, it was a killer pilot, and we had to make it into a Fairly Odd Parents episode. Timmy Turner turns on the TV. We watch the pilot, and he turns it off at the end.
And it still plays, and every time it does, people still tweet me and stuff.
Do they really?
And yeah.
Well, we got to somehow, maybe with O Access, my new network, we can get the rights back and actually do it.
You could do a Crash Nebula show. Yeah.
I got a couple rights back. What did I say?
Yeah.
A couple.
Yeah, you did.
I got the rights back.
For
a couple shows I pitched, so maybe we're going to do those.
Very
on
good.
Access as well. So
I think it's a wonderful thing you're doing.
Well, thanks, buddy.
And whatever I can do to help by just praying about it, encouraging people, I will talk about it on my tiny little podcast.
Thanks, buddy.
And the 5 people that listen to mine.
I have 10, so I've doubled your audience. So anyway, Crash Nebula did not go as a series.
No.
But I've heard nothing but the fans over the years say, when are you making Crash Nebula a series? When are you going to do this?
A long time ago. But here's what you did. The kind of guy he is. You then put me in Danny Phantom.
You were Danny Phantom?
As I think a fan favorite. A lot of people.
Definitely.
I'll be at cons and people come up and they, oh my gosh, I did not know you were Walker.
The ghost jailer.
Yes.
He appears a lot too.
That's right.
Yeah, most of them are like one-offs. But
do you remember the original direction you gave me for that? I know so many people, so many actors, so many
shows, so many people I care about. No,
you wanted it Billy Bob Thornton.
Is that what I said?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, it was like Sling Blade because Sling Blade was out at that time.
And then I ended up instead doing almost like Billy Bob meets Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Walker was, that's against the rules, and he was bigger, deeper, but he was a lot of fun. And
he is Sam Elliott, isn't he? He's like,
the dude abides, man. That's against the rules.
Have you seen him in Stars Born?
Stars Born.